just like with the ranking I made of every Disney animation movie, you can probably tell from the way this villain list turned out that I generally don't care for the older Disney films as much as the Renaissance or even some 2000s films. There's a lot of good stuff pre-Little Mermaid, but Little Mermaid onward is where Disney really started pumping out the genuine masterpieces, which also happen to have some of their best villains. I wasn't really sure if any classic baddies would make their way this high, and I was especially convinced after Cruella and Maleficent didn't quite land there for me. Yeah, so I completely forgot about a certain amazing someone who I legitimately can't find anything wrong with. Give it up for my favorite old-timey Disney villain, Captain Hook. This guy basically runs the entire gambit of what you can do with a villain. Aside from being an interesting / tragic character, but you know, we didn't really need that from him. He's hysterical, providing us with some of the absolute best slapstick out of any Disney film, on top of a great rapport with Shmi and countless other killer bits. One of the first things he does is shoot a member of his crew who's playing the accordion too loud. Like, he murdered that man, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's played as a joke, and the movie just moves on from it entirely. God, I miss the days when a Disney villain could just do that. It's also really rare and cool to get a villain with this much beef in history with the hero. Like, Peter already cut his hand off and fed it to a crocodile way before the events of the film, so we get to be thrown right in the middle of their rivalry, which is a novel change of pace. I love it. It allows their relationship to be so well defined and fun to watch as they try and one-up each other. I talked about it before, but I adore the fact that he promises Tinkerbell he won't lay hand nor hook on Peter Pan, and instead of just doing the boring thing and going back on that promise, he keeps it and instead mails Peter Pan a pipe bomb. Deranged, hilarious, and incredible all at once. If it wasn't for Tinkerbell warning Peter, Hook actually would have fucking bombed this child to death. That's so good. He's actually fairly clever and capable, serving as a legit threat to the protagonists. And yet he manages to be so entertainingly pathetic and goofy at the same time. It's a really tough balancing act to get right, but he absolutely nails it. Just a complete scene stealer who dominates every moment he's on screen. And so does Shmi, and so does that damn crocodile. Oh my god, what a funny bit. Seriously, Captain Hook is peak. It's hard to argue against that. And this is where I'd rank Tamatoa. If he counted!